clear. Oil pressure stable. $1,200. Right, still not working on the ghost channel. Sucks. Nope, not working anymore. Meh. Alright. Canopy close and locked. Controls free and correct. Ignition on both instruments. No red flags. Fuel okay. Pressure in the green. RPM set. Man flow checked. Pressure, temperature, cylinder head in the green. Loads checked. No red amber lights. Lamp test. First check complete. Seatbelt tight and locked. Search complete. Boven ground, hardship 1, 2, ready to copy, clearance. Hardship 1, 2 is clear to the TRA23 via radar vectors, climb runway track 1000 at 1 dm climb to 3000, 3 diameter left 150, after takeoff contact approach 122.830, expect Belgrade 129 at 325, squawk 4552. clear to the TRA23 via radar vectors. Climb runway track 1000, 1 dB climb to 3000, 3D meter left 150, after takeoff contact approach 122.830, expect Belgrade radar 129 at 325, squawk 4552, hardship 12. Hardship 12, read back is correct, contact tower. Contacting tower, hardship 12. Fun playing ATC and pilot. Right, takeoff crew briefing, we are clear to the TRA23 via radar vectors, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Rotate 65 knots. In case of emergency, I port a takeoff. Minimum sector altitude in the south 2700. Safe altitude 4300. Transition altitude 4500. Set standard when passing. I cannot use the HSI because for some reason the TACAN ghost channels are not working anymore, and I cannot set my nav, the TACAN channels, and it's not working with any of the Explain airplanes. I don't know why. Thank you, Explain, it used to work. Not anymore. The wind reminder, I will use the heading buck as a wind reminder, 220, 10 knots. Alright, it is complete. Takeoff crew briefing is complete. Any questions? No questions. The tower, hardship 12 is holding Charlie 1, 2 to left, ready for departure. Hardship 12, wind 22010 knots, clear for takeoff 2 to left. Clear for takeoff 2 to left, hardship 12. Final is clear, nothing in the pattern. Lining up 2 to left. Going for the center line. On the brakes. 1700 RPM for splack. Strobe, pitot, landing. ATC, compass, runway heading 218, 218. Chrono, start. Full power, 2700 RPM, oil pressure is in the green, airspeed alive, rotate 65 knots. Seven degrees pitch up. VVI altimeter increasing, balanced request buff, cleared buff, brakes, undercarriage. No reds, 90 knots, flaps up, going for 11 degrees pitch up, 110 knots climb speed, passing almost 1000, the tower, hardship 12 contacting approach. Hardship 12, frequency change approved, hardship 12. Passing 1000 AGL, reduce RPM 2500. And we are at 2005. 1.4 DME. Approach hardship 12, squawking 455. 2 radar vector TRA23 climbing at 3000 feet. Hardship 12 identified, radar controlled, proceed as cleared. As cleared, hardship 12. Level of 3000. Trim. Pitch, bank, balance, speed. Trim. Maintain 3000. Airspeed is increasing, 2.4 DME. 5 knots anticipation. I need 150, so I take 145 for anticipation. There's 145, 22 boost. 3 DME. Rate 1. Rate 1 calculated is about 20 degrees of bank. Approaching 150, 6 degrees anticipation. 150. Going for 22 boost. 2400 RPM. Mixture lean. First detent. (150) 3000 feet. Hardship 1 to Bourget approach. Climb flight level 60. Contact Belgrader 129.325. Climbing to flight level 60, contact Belga approach, contact Belga radar 129.325, hardship 12. So normally you have to set the QNH 1013 and try to maintain control. Alright. Something wrong with the settings, I think, of the QNH. You didn't saw that. (150) and climbing to flight level 60. Switching to Belgrader. Belgrader hardship 12. Good afternoon. Skoking 455. 2 radar vector to the TRA23, climbing to flight level 60, heading 150. Hardship 12 Belga radar identified, radar controlled, proceed as cleared. As cleared, hardship 12. (150) 110 knots, climbing flight level 60. Standard 1013 is set. Climb speed 110 knots. 4000 feet, 2000 to go. Climbing at 1500 VVI divided by 20 is 75 VVI for anticipation when leveling off. 110, 150. Passing transition altitude, standard is set. (110 knots). Heading 150. Passing flight level 50. Fir check, fuel is correct, tips are feeding, pressure is in the green. RPM is set, man flow is checked, pressure, temperature and cylinder head in the green. No red amber lights. Land test, fir check complete. 500 feet to go. Maintain 110. Pitch controls speed. The higher I go, the lower the nose. To keep 110 knots. 200 feet to go. Level off, flight level 60, standard set. Anticipation. Leveling off, pitch, bank, balance, speed, trim. Airspeed is increasing. Five knots anticipation, 145 for 150. $145, 22 boost, 2400 RPM, mixture lean, first detent, hardship 12 Belga radar, turn right 180, right 180, hardship 12, rate 1, about 23 degrees at flight level 60. Cross check, attitude, VVI, attitude, turn and slip, in a turn, 180 established, cross check for straight and level flight, attitude, VVI, attitude, DI. Pitch, bank, balance, speed, trim, check speed. One boost is 5 knots. We're not in the TRA23 yet. I'm gonna start my first exercise. Let's say we are in the TRA23. First exercise, a vertical S, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta. Demo 100%, we are at 180. Mixture rich. Ten boost, going for 11 boost. Do not climb, do not descend. Trim if necessary. Maintain altitude. 180 to maintain. $110. 500 feet per minute, 110 knots. $500 feet per minute, 110 knots. Vertical S, Alpha. $500 feet per minute, 110 knots. Approaching the bottom. Anticipation 25. Going back up. 20 boost, 500 feet per minute. 110 knots. So it's very difficult actually to see 5 degrees pitch up. are on top, Bravo to the right. Oh damn. Landing gear alarm is identified. Bravo to the right. 500 feet per minute, 110 knots, rate 1. Feet per minute, 110 knots. We are still rate 1. Approaching bottom. Going back up. 20 boost, 5 degrees pitch up, 500 feet per minute, 110 knots. Keep turning, 110 knots, 500 feet per minute. When we are back on top, Charlie. So Charlie on top. So we change direction every time when we come back to the top. 500 feet per minute, 110 knots. Getting a cramp in my right hand for squeezing the joystick. When we get to the bottom, we immediately go for delta, so we switch directions bottom and top. Start with the delta, going up and turning direction, switching direction. And you can do this as many times as you want. For now we will level off at flight level 60 again for the next exercise and to get some blood in my right hand. 500 feet per minute, 110 knots. Rate 1. Approaching flight level 60, all levers forward. We want full power. And roll out 090. Degrees anticipation. Oh, my hand. Okay. Actually, I'm going to turn on little enough. Little enough so I can see where I am, because I have no fucking clue, because the HSI is not working. Okay. Alright, 22 boost, 2400 RPM for straight and level flight. Mixture lean, first I detent, damn it. Alright, we are inside the TRA23. Normally it's ATC who keeps us in the TRA23, but since my HSI is not working for some reason, and it's with all the planes for attack on channel, it really sucks. Alright, going for a steep turn, a mixture rich. We don't touch the RPM, we don't need it. Start from a clean sheet. 150, flight level 60, heading 090. Steep turn to the right. So when passing 30 degrees, increase throttle, do not overboost. We have 24,000 2400 RPM, so we cannot go beyond 24 boost. That's overboosting. Right, turning to 45 degrees, 2 degrees nose up, passing 30 degrees, full throttle. Nice game, by the way. Full throttle. VVI 0. Do not climb, do not descend. Check my speed. 15 degrees anticipation, 1/3 of angle of bank. So 45 divided by 3 is 15. So let's make that 0.75. Alright, back to straight on level. 22 boost, mixture lean, first detent. Third exercise, timed turn. So a 360 in, I'm gonna go to the left, 360, it's easier for me and easier to follow. So we have a 5 degree lag, so we have to anticipate for the 5 degree lag. It will become clear when I'm doing the exercise, I hope. Voilà, 360, 150 knots. When the chrono hits 12, we start the exercise. Mind the 5 degree lag. Lag, 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 not leg, lag, or something like that. 15 seconds. Five seconds. Did not do it on this sim yet. Start, rate 1. At 10 it should be 025, sorry. 025 checked. At 20 seconds 055. 055. I'm a little bit slow, I'm gonna speed up. Next will be 085 at 30. Well, I'm too slow, speeding up. 115 at 40. 115. Okay, slowing down again. 145 at 50. Up 145. Can live with that. 175 at 60. Well, 205 back at 10 seconds. Well, 205. 235 at 20 seconds. Well, 235 plus minus. Speed is looking good. 265 at 30 seconds. Alright. 295. Yep. 325 at 50 seconds. A little bit slow. I'm gonna speed up. 30 degrees max. 5 seconds. 2, 1 top. And that's a time turn. I think it's the first time I did it on the simulator. On this simulator. Alright, those are all the exercises. Time to head back to base. Check where we are. Alright. W holds. Belga hardship 1-2 request weather and runway news and Beauvais. Hardship 1-2 runway 22 left. Green conditions QNH something. I don't know what. I have the inches of mercury. I don't know how. I need to convert it, and I don't want to because I'm hand flying and I did not prepare the weather. So okay, weather is obtained, holding is not applicable, obtain clearance later, let down plate. I have the beam will flip 1-5. W holds. The descent checks. Fair fuel is correct, tips are feeding, pressure in the green. RPM set, man flow is checked, pressure, temperature and cylinder head are in the green, loads checked, no red amber lights, LOM test, FIR check complete, TIMS, tune 107 X-ray is set or 116 is set, not working, identify, and it will be da DDD. Identified monitor I am on, I don't know, somewhere. And I am 24 miles from the station. Okay. So W holes complete. Let's ask for the clearance. Belgrade hardship 1-2 request vectors for what am I going to fly? Yeah, I cannot. It's a visual approach because the instruments are not working. Request vectors for visual approach 2 to left. Hardship 1-2 Roger, turn left. Let's see, because I'm playing ATC and turn left Oh, a 0 descent 3000 feet, contact approach 122.830. Okay, FOB descending 12 boosts, landing gear alarm is identified. Am I looking at the correct airplane? Nope. Oh, damn it. Okay, I am over there. I am over Liège. Stupid ass. Okay. Should have known this. Alright. Let's make it... oh no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just fly. Make it 310, descend to 3000. And it's okay. Oh, it's set. Okay, 2992. Okay, it's 1013. 12 boost, still descending at 150 knots. 310. Warp speed. And yeah, let's be at 2500 feet. Bovish approach, hardship 1-2, squawking 455-2, heading 310, 2500 feet, request vectors for visual straight in. Somewhere over there. Hardship 1-2, roger, turn left 270, left 270, hardship 1-2. There is Goedsenhoven. Old military airfield. Eight miles. We need to be in approach configuration. Before the initial approach fix, we do not have an initial approach fix. Normally I have to, I'm vectored, so no problem. Okay. 5 miles, 7 miles from the station. Let's go into approach configuration. Mixture is still rich. 10 boost. Landing gear alarm is identified. Going for 125. Flaps 20, RPM increase, 17 boost to maintain 100 knots. Hardship on 2 right 310. 310 for hardship on 2. hardship 12, initial turn to final 240. Left 240, hardship 12. Hardship 12, descent 1300 feet. Descending to 1300 feet, hardship 12. Oops. Overshot the runway. I'm gonna go for a visual. Approach hardship 12, visual on the runway, taking over. Hardship 12, roger, report speed controlled. Bulk hardship 12. So I am visual. Starting my descent, going for 35 flaps. Going for 90 knots. Landing checks, brakes, undercarriage, flaps, levers, alternate air, landing checks complete. Still need to put my gear down. So I cannot do my landing checks, stupid. We have 3 greens, brakes, undercarriage, flaps, levers, alternate air, landing checks complete. 90 knots. Still 3 greens. Approach hardship 12, runway 22 left, vacated, Charlie 1. Stropito landing.